In today's presentation, we're going to be discussing Lesson 3, the 40-minute running start, which can be found in your OneNote class notebook. Now remember, Lesson 3, we go to our topics page under our class web page, and the lessons are in the student workbook. Chapters are in the Power Guide for Beginners. Lessons are in the student workbook. And you can see that for Lesson 3, there's a video. And this is the video for Lesson 3, the 40-minute running start. And we'll be making this what looks like a camera face. So this is Lesson 3, SOLIDWORKS Teacher's Guide, Lesson 3. And we start with the base feature is the first feature that is created. It's the foundation of the part. The base feature geometry for the box is an extrusion. The extrusion is named Extrude 1. Keep the base feature simple. We select a sketch plane, the front plane, and then we sketch a two-dimensional profile. For this, it'll be a box started at the origin point where our X and Y coordinates and Z come together. Then we extrude the sketch perpendicular to the sketch plane. So this is what it'll look like when it's extruded. And then the resulting base feature is found. We have the base feature, and then we're going to draw a circle and we're going to extrude that, and we're going to have the boss extrude. And then we have the cut extrude, where we cut a hole through the entire base. And then we have the fillets, which round the edges all around. And then we have the shell, which empties it. And then we have our completed part. Our extruded boss feature adds material to the part. It requires a sketch. First you sketch the circle, and then you extrude boss. Extrude cut feature removes material from the part and requires a sketch. So then you're going to draw another circle, and you're going to extrude through it. This can all be seen in the video that accompanies the lesson. The fillet feature rounds the edges, so we can see all the edges were rounded, of the face of a part to the specified radius. The shell feature removes material from the selected face. Creates a hollow block from a solid block. Very useful for thin-walled plastic parts. You are required to specify a wall thickness when using the shell feature. Magnify or reduce the view of a model in the graphics area. You can zoom to fit display part and fills the current window. Zoom to area zooms in a portion of the view that you select by dragging a bounding box. Zoom in and out, drag the pointer upward to zoom in, drag the pointer downward to zoom out. These are all helpful things to do while you're creating your parts to specific measurements. Zoom to selection. The view zooms so that the selected object fills the window. So this is all on our taskbars up here. We have zoom to fit, zoom to area. You click and drag. Zoom in and out is by rolling your mouse back and forth. And zoom to selection has a little equal sign in it. Display modes. Our display modes are over here. Illustrate the part for various display modes. This is a wireframe. This is hidden wireframes, so you can see the back part is hidden. This is hidden lines removed. This is shaded, and this is shaded with edges. This is what the boxes look like when you select these, and this is what your part will look like, or your base feature will look like if you select any of these to do your work. Standard views. We have our front, top, right, back, left, bottom. All right, so this is an isometric view of a part that could be created. And then here's our views. We have our front view of this item. This is the front view, so you can see it here. This is the right view from this angle. This is the top view. This is the bottom view. This is the back view. And this is the left view. And that's what your part would look like from those angles. And then you can also pick different isometric angles. Change the view display to correspond to one of the standard views orientation. Here's our standard views, and then here's our isometric views. And this is front, right, bottom, isometric, top, left, back, normal to selected plane or planar face. So whatever plane we have selected, when you click on this, it'll have a normal view to that selected plane. So once again, here's our different views. And these are the corresponding buttons that we would click to get those views. The views most commonly used to describe a part are top view, front view, right view, and isometric. So here's our top view, here's our right view, here's our front view, and here's our isometric. Top, front, right, isometric. Default planes. We have the front, top, and right planes. So we have the front, we have our right, we have our top plane. Correspond to the standard principles drawing views. Front equals front or back view. Top is top or bottom view. Right is right or left view. Displays the part with height, width, and depth equally foreshortened. Pictorial rather than orthographic. Shows all three dimensions, height, width, and depth. This is isometric. Easier to visualize than orthographic views. We have a section view that displays the internal structure of the model. So there's a section view that you can create, and you can move your section through, and it shows a cross section. Requires a section cutting plane. The status of the sketch. Underdefined is additional dimensions or relations are required. Underdefined sketch entities are blue by default. So we have blue here. We have something that's not connected. Fully defined, no additional dimensions or relations are required. Fully defined sketch entities are black by default. Overdefined contains conflicting dimensions or relations or both. Overdefined sketch entities are red by default. Geometric relations. Geometric relations are the rules that control the behavior of sketch geometry. Geometric relations help capture design intent. Example, the sketch circle is a concentric with the circular edge of the extruded boss feature. Concentric means the center of one circle is equal to the center of the other circle. This inner circle is concentric to that outer circle. In a concentric relation, selected entities have the same center point. Geometric relations. The SOLIDWORKS default name for circular geometry is an arc number. SOLIDWORKS treats circles as 360-degree arcs.